Hey Mama, welcome to the podcast. My name is Jocelyn, and I am so glad that you are here, that you are trying to find positivity in your motherhood and your pregnancies to better your mind and to also find more joy. That is what I have found as I have implemented these mindset shifts and physical things that I recommend, is that I have been able to find more joy in motherhood. And that is exactly what I want for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this episode with someone. If you find that these episodes resonate with you, I encourage you to share them with someone. Let's share the light and have more joy, especially among women in motherhood in this world. Let's jump into today's episode. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, fellow mom of 5 and host of the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find the positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life. And I can help you. Let's find positivity during our pregnancies and in our motherhood together. Thanks for joining. As I mentioned last week, today we are going to talk about relationships. And I think I'm going to continue the relationship talk next week, more specifically with family members. So this week, I am more talking about friendships and why those types of relationships are important and some tips to maybe form some friends if you are shy, or maybe to form some more deeper friendships than superficial ones. And then next week we will get into hopefully the more husband and wife and parent-child relationship. And I have so many ideas for this this segment of my podcast. I also want to talk about some liberty principles for motherhood and families, especially since this is the 250th anniversary of our country. Like, that is so special. I live in the United States, and I do feel deep gratitude to be able to live here and for the freedoms that we experience. And I want to touch on that a little bit this summer. So we've got some pretty good things coming, and I hope that you'll stay tuned and share them with your fellow friends so that we can, as I mentioned in the very beginning, find more joy, more happiness in our motherhood. So I am continuing on in the book that I have been basing these podcasts on. We are almost done. There's just some relationship building and then a couple of things at the end. But today we're talking about developing a relationship with others. And I'm going to read this from the book. And by the way, this book is free. You can download it. It's in the show notes. The PDF is free, and you're welcome to go through it even deeper if you want a deeper dive. As we develop loving relationships with others, our physical, emotional, and spiritual health is strengthened. Heavenly Father wants us to love Him and those around us. Our family and friends love us and can provide the support, encouragement, and honest feedback we need to successfully cope with life's challenges. The adversary wants to isolate us from others and wants for us to feel deprived of the blessings that come from relationships. The prophet Joseph Smith taught that friendship is one of the grand fundamental principles of our gospel. That ought to inspire and motivate us because I feel friendship is a fundamental need of our world. I think in all of us there is a profound longing for friendship, a deep yearning for a satisfaction and security that close and lasting friendships can give. And so I am not very good at this, actually, and my husband and I just aren't very good at making friends. I guess we're friends with each other and our kids, but we do have a couple of close friends. I have a couple of close friends, but most of them I just... this episode's for me, you guys. I'm not very good at forming a lot of friends, but we are going to talk about that because sometimes it's more quality over quantity. And I do feel that with the close friends I have, I can share with them things that I'm struggling with or might need help with. And they have helped me so many times. This is from the book. When building relationships, we must take initiative to reach out to others and be tolerant of differences. We can build relationships through small and simple means. Taking time to create quality relationships matters more than quantity. That's what I was just talking about. We will find that we get more joy in life as we develop close relationships with a few people we trust, rather than having many superficial relationships. There's nothing wrong with having a lot of friends, but we should not assume having more friends equals happiness. Now we're going to go into some ways to start creating and building friendships with others. And this is where I struggle. Like the friends that I do have, like the close ones, I've been friends with them for a very long time. Years and years. And so they know me, I know them, it's easy. But when it comes to forming new friendships, it's a little daunting and sometimes hard. Here are some tips though. Become genuinely interested in other people. Learn what other people love or enjoy. You don't have to have the same interests, but you can learn to care about what they're interested in. Next, smile. Happiness does not depend on what is happening around you, but rather on how you respond to your circumstances. Smiles are free to give and can be a great way of making others feel better. Remember people's name. This is the next one. A person's name is the most important sound to him or her, whether that person realizes it or not. Learning someone's name can help that person feel valued and important. And yes, 100% on this one. If you're listening to this episode, you probably know of a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm just not good with names. And you may be one of those people that claims to not be good with names. I started recognizing this, that most people were not good with names. It was rare for people to be good with names. I mean, it did happen, but it wasn't very often. And I just decided I am going to be one of those people that learns names. You guys, it's not easy. And sometimes I do still forget. Nonetheless, I have gotten so much better at remembering people's names. And when I talk to them, I can use their name. And I think it makes them feel valued that I actually remembered their name. So learn people's names. It is a good one. That is a simple tip that is kind of a fun challenge to work on. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. People feel appreciated when someone listens to them. The easiest way to have someone want to talk to you is to become a good listener. To be a good listener, you must genuinely care about what others have to say. And that kind of goes back to communication. In one of these episodes, I did it on communication and how good communication makes a big difference. And it makes a big difference in relationships, in forming friendships. The next one and the last one in this little section is try sincerely to make others feel important. The golden rule is to treat other people how you would like to be treated. People like to feel important, like what they say or do matters to others. You can do your best to help people feel important by practicing the ideas listed here. So those are some of the ideas to try and begin to make friendships. Here's a quote to go along with it. We build this relationship with others one person at a time by being sensitive to the needs of others, serving them, and giving our time and talents. I was deeply impressed by one who was burdened with the challenges of age and illness, but decided that although she couldn't do much, she could listen. So each week she watched for people who looked troubled or discouraged, and she spent time with them, listening. What a blessing she was in the lives of so many people. And think about that. What can you do, something simple, to get to know people? There were several easy ideas. Learn names. Sometimes I have to ask people the spelling of names. I have this weird gift. If I know like where they're from, I remember their name better. Like if they're from Texas, or if they're from Rexburg, or if they're from Salt Lake, or San Diego, wherever, if they're from somewhere, that helps me remember the name. Or sometimes I ask them, oh, how do you spell that? The spelling sometimes helps me to trigger something in my mind to help me to remember. Nonetheless, don't give up. Be patient with yourself when it comes to forming friendship relationships. Keep trying. There's going to be misunderstandings. There's going to be times where you feel like you overshared or you undershared and you wish you would have done this or you wish you would have done that. But learn from those experiences and use them to help you next time in these endeavors of creating and building friendships. I want to be your friend. If you want to email me, shoot me a message and share with me something you're going through, and I can try to be your friend via the internet and help you. I sincerely want to help you find joy in your motherhood. I want to help you just release negativity and find more positivity. And as you email me your problems, I can do my best to help you, and we can support each other in this journey of motherhood. My email is positivityinpregnancy@gmail.com, and if you're interested in a couple of my classes, I've taught a couple online classes, one about mindset of weight loss, which has allowed me to lose weight multiple times after babies, and then getting rid of negative emotions, which is part of the reason I am able to release negative emotion and feel positive more than I used to. It's still a work in progress, but these things have genuinely helped me. That's why I've done classes about them. Those will be linked in the show notes as well. Let's talk and let's support each other. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts and becoming the mother that you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. Thanks for joining. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward in your motherhood. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.